someone who is willing to help. We need help as a school. My name is Mr. Alekutolo Chaki. I'm the Deputy Head of Institution, Aswari Sionta Comprehensive School. So I would like to welcome you to this school. As of now, we are facing inadequacy of the learning materials in our institution. So this will be of great help to our school, to our learners, because currently we are having inadequate books, having in mind also that the government did not provide enough learning materials, the textbooks, the exercise books, the pens. Right now we are having a challenge, especially in grade 9, whereby we don't have the textbook for that class, which becomes now a challenge in learning. The teachers there are not, they are facing some challenges in terms of content delivery to the learners. It becomes a challenge to the learners. Learning again comes with reading, writing, so it becomes a challenge when the learner does not have the writing materials. So it will be of great help when we get to have the exercise books, the pens. The learning will continue. You will find they may be having the books, but they are not enough to cover all the learning areas. You might find a learner might have 2 or 3 exercise books. So you can ask the learner to use that one exercise book for all the learning areas or some of the learning areas. It depends on the level, because now, for example, grade 1 to 3, they have like 5 learning areas, so they are expected to have 5 exercise books plus the pen. For upper classes, that is for grade 4 up to grade 6, they're supposed to have again like 8 exercise books for the different learning areas. Then from grade 7 to grade 9, they're supposed to have 12. Passion drives me, wanting to see that also these learners, especially in areas which are challenging like this one, acquire knowledge, just the way I acquired knowledge way back when I was learning. So it drives me to ensure that they get to learn, they get to become great people in future, just like despite the challenges that they are going through, or the challenges that they are going through, because we are almost coming from the same environment. So even the school I was back in those years, the challenges are almost the same. Maybe slightly, because now the government has come in, sometimes providing some of these learning materials, but during our times it was totally depended on parents. But nowadays it's a bit it's not that tough, but they are still experiencing some challenges. It takes a long time, because if I could give an example of the lower classes, the government has taken really a long time to bring the books, because I think the last time they brought it from 3 years, 4 years ago, and these books become worn out because they are used. So you might go to a class and you find that the books are reduced because some got lost, some got torn. So it becomes challenging, because when you ask the learners maybe to use the textbook, they are not enough for them, because some are lost, some are torn. Yeah, so the government takes a lot of time to bring the books. I see a great potential in them. Even now, the mode of learning, CBC is coming in. There's a lot, because we are teaching them, but based on what they know best. we nurture, we grow talents among these learners. They have got so many talents among themselves. So it will be great importance if we get the learning material, we get to learn, need to explore their potential and nurture their potential. I cannot give an exact number, but they share maybe a textbook. We find that 3-4 learners share a textbook. So you find where there are inadequate textbook, learners will tend to crowd using a single textbook. That now disrupts even the content delivery from the teacher to the learners, because sometimes you might find some difficulty in controlling those learners. You will find that you will not even be able to get to know what the learner thinks when you ask a certain question. Some might even be struggling to have to look at that text. Maybe you've told them to observe a certain picture, they'll be struggling. Someone who is willing to help. We need help as a school. We need help. The learning materials will go all along to help these learners acquire the skills that they need, get to learn. And we are in need. We are in need, totally in need of these learning materials, because we don't have enough. We don't have enough to accommodate all the learners. So it will be of great help if each and every learner get to have a writing material, for example, the exercise books, the pens, the textbook. It will go a long way in helping those learners to learn.